please welcome Erikson graduate Luis Bernard.
Thank you for having me here today. My usual lunch time is spent with 5, 6, and 7-year-olds. So this is different. It's been a long journey from Rancho Viejo, Michoacan, Mexico, to this stage today. I knew early on that my life path was to be a teacher. I wanted to be like my first teachers who welcomed me into their world. My earliest memories are of my mother struggling to provide for me and my 5 siblings. But she knew school was important and allowed me to start attending school when I was just 3 years old. Though my first classroom was more like a shack with no walls and a cardboard roof, my teachers created a home for me where I was nurtured, protected, and encouraged to learn. There was a ravine nearby that we used for lessons. I remember counting with small rocks and tracing letters with a stick on the ground. And I remember my teacher's name, Miss Gloria. She helped me begin to see what was possible beyond my town, where most children quit school after 6th grade to work in the city. As I grew older, another inspiration was my cousin who had undiagnosed physical disabilities. She did not have the opportunity to attend school, but I saw her desire and her ability to learn. And I decided I wanted to help children with special needs. Anyone can point out what a child with special needs cannot do, but it takes a trained person to see what they can do. I wanted to be that person. And because I have experienced how others can discount your intelligence if you don't speak their language, I decided to become a bilingual special education teacher. My journey led me from Mexico to Chicago, where I started taking ESL classes. When I signed up to take college classes, in addition to ESL, I was automatically placed into a basic mathematics class, even though my math skills were much higher. I felt discriminated against because of my language skills. But I advocated for myself and pushed on toward my goal of a bachelor's degree. It wasn't an easy road. I had to stop and start my classes when money was tight. To make matters worse, I wasn't eligible for federal financial aid because at the time, I was undocumented. Over the years, I met my husband, Mark, and we raised our 2 daughters and started an organic farm. I found work I loved as a paraprofessional working with children with special needs. My life was busy and full, but I never let go of my dream of becoming a teacher. And eventually, I completed my bachelor's degree and started thinking about a master's. When I learned about Erikson from a friend in the field, I was so excited. It felt like the place I'd been looking for. And I enrolled in Erikson's first online early childhood education master's program. To pay for school, I worked 2 full-time jobs, including selling the produce from our farm. I also had some savings. Even so, the cost of tuition became too much, and I considered dropping out. Once again, a teacher showed me the way. I talked to a faculty member who helped me secure an Erikson scholarship. I was so happy, I literally wanted to sing and dance. Today, I teach in a self-contained classroom for children with special needs from kindergarten to 3rd grade, whose first language is Spanish. Recently, I was able to share with a parent that their child was becoming fully bilingual, that he was learning and had real strength as a student. That's something parents of children with special needs don't hear very often. It's something that Erikson taught me, how to nurture the potential in every child, because every child deserves to learn. And I can tell you from first-hand experience, my kids, and yes, I call my students, my kids love to learn. We need to foster this love of learning. We need teachers. We need social workers. We need child life practitioners. And we need your help.